Hey guys, welcome to another comparison video from Killer Off-Road Hobbies. This is your host Gary, right here, and what we're going to be doing is we're going to do the Redcat MT8E versus the Arrma Kraton 6S. Now both of these are 8th scale truggy style monster trucks. They're both big 8th scales and they have some similarities, but they have a lot of differences. So we're going to go ahead and get into that. So this thing, right out of the box, you can get it ready to run with batteries, with two 2S batteries for about $460 or $70. I can't remember off the top of my head. But it does come only 4S capable, as opposed to the Kraton that comes 6S. But the chassis layout is very nice, and I do have to say, as far as the body goes, I like this body a lot more than the body that comes on the Kraton. I can't emphasize enough, guys, I really like these skid plates that are put on this body to protect it. It's nice, strong, durable body, and I think it looks good. Alright, so setting that aside, what you're going to see when you pull the cover off is you've got a tiny little 3mm aluminum shock tower, front and rear, and you've got kind of an E-Revo setup here, where you got your transmission in the middle with the motor attached to it, and the ESCs up there too, and you have the battery trays on either side. So you know it's not exactly the same. I know it's not exactly the same, but it is similar to the E-Revo setup. I know you don't insert the batteries from the side, and it's not the exact same, but it is very similar. Another thing is it comes with this really heavy-duty, nice wheelie bar. I really like this about this truck right here, guys. The wheelie bar is very, very tough. I've landed on it several times. No problems at all. It's got CVDs all the way around. It's got pillow ball suspension all the way around. This truck is durable. It does not have threaded body shocks, but the shocks are more than enough. If you don't like it, you can add preload clips to them, but I'd say right out of the box it does well. Now, like I said, this thing only comes 4S capable with 100 amp ESC. Now, I have upgraded this thing to a 150 amp 6S capable ESC. I did the battery tray upgrade, the quick release battery tray upgrade, and I also did the steel center drive shaft, but I still have it locked because I personally like the way it handles when it's locked. I am still running the 2500 kV stock brushless motor, and the transmission is all metal geared, so that does good. And the chassis is actually very rigid for being plastic. And I know it's all dirty, but you know, this thing is set up well. Now, for those of you that don't know this, Redcat and Team Magic, if you look at this thing and you think, wow, that looks exactly like the Team Magic, it is. It's the same thing. Redcat and Team Magic are basically the same company. They don't sell Team Magic here in the States unless you can find something on, you know, like eBay or Amazon or something like that, if you're lucky enough to find one. But it's the same exact thing. I mean, down to the tires, everything. The only thing with the Team Magic is it comes with orange instead of red. Now, coming over to the Kraton. The Kraton, this isn't the stock body, but it's held up forever. I really like it. It's the Militia Desert body. So it's a good body. It gets a huge thumbs up from me. Alright, now with the Kraton, it's a different layout, but it's pretty, you know, it's all kind of the same nowadays. This is a buggy style layout with your electronics on one side, and then you put your batteries on the other side, as opposed to this where everything's in the middle and then your batteries go on either side. So all the weight starts on your right side, the batteries go on the left side to kind of even it out. It does have 3mm heavy-duty shock towers front and rear. It's got a 3mm aluminum plate chassis. It rides on typical H-arms in the rear with caster links, and then it does have the pillow ball suspension in the front. It's got your typical dog bones in the rear. It does have CVDs in the front. I have upgraded this thing and upgraded it and upgraded it. I'm running dual springs on the front. I know it looks kind of wonky, but it works for me. It gives it that huge appearance that this thing has. It normally sits about like right there stock, so that's why it sits up so high. I did put the LST XXL shocks in the rear. For those of you that are wondering why they're not in the front, they're just simply too big. As you can see, I'll lift it up. So as you can see, these shocks right here don't have a whole lot of clearance for the upper A-arm. And that's why this doesn't have those shocks on the front, because they're just simply too big. They would, the spring would be sitting over this A-arm quite a bit. I mean, if you wanted to be risky, I guess you could like kind of hone it out a little bit to see if it'll fit. I'm not willing to do that. The front works fine, and I really like how the rear is set up now. This thing stock comes with a 2050 kV brushless motor. It has a 150 or 180 amp ESC, and then it has the 15 kg waterproof servo. Now this thing does come with a waterproof servo also, but it's a Savox waterproof servo. So in the servo department, this thing comes with a slightly better servo, I would say. I have changed everything out of this. I'm running a 1450 Leopard Hobby 4292 motor in it. I got the Mamba Monster 2 ESC, and I'm running an HD high torque titanium geared servo in this thing. Now, I've ran this in this truck for over a year now, and I haven't had any problems. It's weird because the tires turn so easy like that, but it doesn't have a lot of resistance when it's off, but it works well. It works really well. Now, to compare, wheel nut to wheel nut, the Kraton is a little bit longer. If you're going, the very back of this, say wheelie, end of the wheelie bar to end of the wing here, you're basically the same. This thing just has a shorter wheelbase, makes it easier to do backflips stock than the Kraton. I mean, this thing will literally almost backflip off of anything, and with the power system I have in here, if I put some some different tires on it, this thing backflips very, very easily as well. These tires are a little more rigid. They're the Proline trenchers, and they don't like to pizza cutter, so it does make it a little bit harder to backflip, but it's not that bad. And these tires are big, especially for it coming on 4S, but they do allow this thing to just backflip. Like, I can get probably like just enough air with this thing to actually pull off a backflip, and it'll do it for sure. Of course, out of both of these, I do like the Kraton more. I mean, the Kraton's my go-to. I mean, this is my second favorite now that the MT410, the Techno MT410, has taken the top spot in my book. But the Kraton is right there. And don't fool yourself. This truck right here, the Redcat, is extremely durable. It is very tough. It is very fun to drive. And it can take the 6S power that I put in here. The only problem I've had so far is that I stripped out the plastic center diff, which I invested in the steel one, and it's still locked up, and I'm having no problems. This thing is very tough. It's a very, very solid, ready-to-run truck. I would definitely recommend it to a basher, somebody that just wants to have fun with a monster truck of this style. Now the Kraton I will always stand behind. I have had nothing but good luck with this truck. It has been an awesome truck from day one, and if anybody asks me, I'm looking to spend 500 or less, I'm going to say Kraton right out of the gate. Like, just go with the Kraton. But that's not to take away from this thing. If you ask me a truck that's closer to 450, I would say get this thing, because it is a legit truck. It's very good. Like I said, it comes 4S. I think it's really underpowered for what it is. It's kind of underwhelming, but as soon as you put 6S in this thing, it can take it. It's durable enough. The components that are put in it are definitely strong enough, and it is a solid truck if you're willing to invest the money. Now, that's going to be my comparison on these two. I like both of these trucks. I enjoy driving both of these trucks. The Kraton's going to be a little bit more durable, I would say, but it is also a little bit more expensive unless you upgrade the MT8E with a 6S capable, ESC. If you get 150 amp, I've found Ghoul RC 120 amp 6S capable. That's kind of pushing it though. 150 amp ESC from Ace RC out of MT4G3 from Thunder Tiger. You can get one of those for about 80 bucks, and they are a very good ESC, and that's what I have in here. Well, I hope you guys liked that video. Please like, subscribe if you're not a subscriber already. Give this video the good old thumbs up if you liked it. Go ahead and give it the thumbs down if you didn't. And click that little bell if you want to be alerted to any new videos I post right away. And please stay tuned to Killer Off-Road Hobbies. We got a lot more coming at you. Let me know if you guys want me to do a comparison video, or if you want me to do a tech tip. I'll help you guys any way I can. And thank you guys very much for stopping by. Killer Off-Road Hobbies. Take it easy, guys. Peace.